evening, class. I'm Marilyn Laura, and my partner and I, we're all going to talk about the SATs. And my partner and I believe that colleges should discontinue the use of SATs for admission decisions. Our significance claim is that by discontinuing the use of SATs for admission decisions would eliminate a certain bias and ensure more highly qualified students have the opportunity to further their education. With the current policy in place, many students are being cheated the opportunity of attending college because standardized tests are unreliable method to measure student performance. And a study conducted by the Brookings Institute found that between 50% and 80% of the improvement in schools' average test scores from 1 year to the next was temporary and was caused by fluctuations that had nothing to do with long-term changes in learning or productivity. To add on to this point, psychometrician Daniel Cortez says that scores on a standardized test usually do not provide a direct and complete measure of educational achievement. Tests can measure only a portion of goals of education, which are necessarily broader and more inclusive than tests can possibly measure. With these test scores being so unreliable, they do not offer enough information that the student in order to predict the student's possible success in college. The former executive director of the GRE testing program, which is the graduate school cousin of the SAT, says that test scores add relatively little to our ability to predict the success of our students. In fact, studies undertaken by the SAT sponsors College Board generally indicate that this SAT adds only modestly to the prediction of student success after high school GPA is taken into account. With further examination of the SAT, it has been found to be biased toward women and minorities. According to Joseph A. Soares, an associate professor of sociology, mentions that there is a gender gap in the SAT. He suggests that the composition of questions is unfair and the percentage of questions geared towards men and geared towards women is unnatural. In a study conducted by Chang-Young Chang, a statistical programmer, and Thomas J. Epstein, authorized a study that examined national SAT data. This study broke down applicants into 3 socioeconomic classes. They found that 29% of students from the highest social class scored above 1,400 on the SAT, compared to 24% of middle class students and 14% of lower class students. The study found that students from lower social classes were more likely to have earned a top high school GPA. The SAT is supposed to level the playing field, but with scores always fluctuating, only testing a limited number of student qualities and showing bias, it seems illogical to make the SAT the main requirement for admissions. To fix these problems, colleges should begin to make the SAT optional for admissions and focus more on GPA and grades, making college more diverse and filled with more qualified students. Researchers looked at 33 public and private colleges and universities where it was optional for applicants to submit their test scores. In total, the study examined records of 123,000 students from more than 20 states. It found that test scores didn't correlate with how well a student did in college based on grades and graduation rates. In an internal study conducted by the Ithaca College showed similar results, validating that the loss of test scores information at the time of admission makes very little difference in the ability to identify how successful applicants will be after becoming a college student.